Hi guys, I want to talk about why I love kale so much. This stuff right here, this is what it looks like right there. And hopefully at the end of this, you'll love it as well. Kale is a very interesting vegetable because a lot of the other cruciferous are high in oxalates, okay? And that turns into kidney stones, but kale is very low in oxalates, believe it or not, okay? So it's not going to contribute to kidney stone, and definitely not like spinach. Spinach is like very high in oxalates, okay? It's also unusually high in protein. It has all 9 essential amino acids. It has all 9 non-essential amino acids. So it's like an amazing source of protein, which is pretty cool. It has more omega-3 than omega-6 fatty acids. I mean, if you think about like grains and beans and seeds, they're usually 40 to 1, sometimes 6 to 1, omega-6 to omega-3. Rarely are they ever high in omega-3, which are anti-inflammatory. So another great benefit. It's the king of carotenoids. Those are the pre-vitamin A complexes. Vitamin A is essential for the eyes and the skin and the immune system. And even though this has to be converted into the active form, we also need this for other health benefits. Okay? It's a phytonutrient. It's also part of the vitamin. It's like a pre-vitamin A. Vitamin C, 80 milligrams per serving. That's pretty high. More calcium than milk per calorie. And it's a bioavailable calcium. Okay, so it's very absorbable. Huge amounts of lutein. Lutein is really good for the eye to prevent macular degeneration. It's good for glaucoma. It's good for vision. It's good for restoring vision, eye damage itself. Kale is also a prebiotic, so it actually, the fiber feeds your microbes. Okay, that's what they eat, is the fiber. It's high in sulfur, so it can detoxify at the genetic level. So all the chemicals that you're exposed to, this can help reverse some of that. And I like to do it in a kale shake. Like for lunch today, I had a kale salad. Now when I go home, I'll probably have a kale shake. And I will put a small amount of berries. I like blueberries. And then I'll take kale that's already frozen. It's organic. I'm going to put that in the blender, fill it up with water, put a couple berries. I'll usually put some other stuff. I'll put a little wheatgrass in there. I might put nutritional yeast. Sometimes I'll put beet tops and even parsley, and I'll blend it up really good. You got a good blender. And I'll drink, it'll make 2 huge things like that, and I'll drink one, I'll wait an hour, I'll drink the other one, okay? So, definitely add kale to your diet. It's gonna really help you. Hey guys, it's Dr. Berg here. In this video, I want to talk about the problems with kale. Now, as you probably have already seen in a lot of my videos, I'm promoting kale because kale is amazing. It's anti-cancer, anti-estrogenic, it cleans up the liver, it fixes the body, it's loaded with so many nutrients, vitamin A, but it has a couple problems, okay, for some people. Not for everyone, okay? Because a lot of times people, it's convenient. You take this, you blend it, you drink it, and you're good for the day. So number one, it can deplete iodine, all right? But this really happens in people with more hypothyroid problems. It's a real simple solution. Just add sea kelp. Boom, problem solved, okay? So that's not a hard thing to do. But number two, this is the big problem. See, your microbes eat fiber. You have 4 to 5 pounds of microbes in your gut that live on fiber, okay? Adding kale in a blender for some people can overload the microbes to the point where you get constipation or bloating. If this happens, switch it up. Go to spinach, steam it, cook it, eat other vegetables, have salads instead, but don't keep going, because if you're constipated, if you're bloated with too much fiber, you're not going to lose weight. It's not going to help you. You're going to feel, you're not going to sleep that well. So that's one of the problems. This fiber is kind of a new thing for a lot of people. They're not used to digesting it. So anything that is a sudden change, all of a sudden you're drinking 20 cups of kale shake a day. That might be too much for people. So I always suggest go small. Just start with 1 and gradually increase it, because your microbes will adapt over a period of time. And I'm talking about not the majority, maybe 20% of the population just can't digest kale. For the rest of us, we can digest it fine and it goes right in and we can, no problem at all. But if you get constipation or bloating, switch up your vegetables to spinach or salad, okay? Hope that helped. I'll see you in the next video. Hey, before you leave, I just wanted to give you a little quick history on some of the books that I wrote. This was one of the first books. It's called Dr. Berg Body Shapes. It was my attempt at writing about body types. What was very interesting about this book is I actually did all the images myself. Don't ask me why. They look actually not quite as professional as some of the images that I have in the new book. But anyway, this is my first attempt right here called Dr. Berg's Body Shape Diets. And then I wrote a book more extensive called The 7 Principles of Fat Burning. I don't even have a copy anymore, actually, because it's outdated. The next book, I put about 1,000 hours into this one right here called The New Body Type Guide. Major updates on the body types. I put a lot of energy into this. It has professional images, graphics, all sorts of things. Now, the problem with this book is it doesn't really describe what this is really about. Body types are only a small portion of what's in this book. And that's why I changed the name to the Healthy Keto Plan, okay? If you happen to have this book, you don't really need this book because there's only very, very minor updates. But if you don't have this, you need to get this one right here. This book goes into every single detail that you would ever want to know about. It goes into the 7 principles of fat burning. It goes into hormones, the body types, the basic keto plan. It goes into intermittent fasting. I talk about the 10 fat-burning triggers and blockers and fat-burning strategies with a lot of details in every single chapter. I go into body issues that interfere with losing weight. There's very few people that just have a weight problem. They have a lot of body issues, whether it's sleeping problems, stress problems, inflammation, menopause. I cover that extensively in this book. Then I talk about how to get rid of stress, and I show you a technique. Then I get into exercising. And then I have a lot of really good recipes in this book as well. So this is a good reference guide. On my website, if you get this book, you get this one free. It's called Healthy Keto and Intermittent Fasting. This is the shortcut, quick guide to this book. And the reason I created this book is to have you, within 45 minutes, learn how to do keto, okay, in intermittent fasting, exactly what you need to do. Then you can fill in the blanks with this book right here. So right now I'm doing a special. If you get this book, you get this one totally free, or you can go to Amazon and get these individually. So I just want to clarify the difference between this book and this updated one right here. If you don't have this, you need to get this right here. That way you can get the exact correct information to do it healthily.